Hi Aquarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol and this is going to be a general reading for December 2024. And I want to say welcome to my new subscribers and also thank you again for any of you who are coming back for another video. This channel is a year old this December, so it's incredible. And as a way to say thank you, I am going to offer my personal readings at a 25% discount for you. Also because, you know, it's holiday season for some of us. So if you are interested in a personal reading, there is a link to all the information in my comment section and in my description box below. And so this reading is going to be the Yellow Cardinal Cross, and it's actually a reading that I offer to you as one of the personal readings. And so we're going to start off, Aquarius, by looking at what issues coming up for you this December. It could be a pattern, it could be a struggle, a decision you have to make. And then I'm going to ask immediately for another card that will give me some more clarification on this issue, or it could tell me actually what's kind of blocking it. And so I'm going to use the Curious Travels deck to start off with, and then I'll be clarifying everything with the Tarot Vintage. All right, so let's begin by asking for one card. If another one comes up, then that'll be the clarifier. So one card for Aquarius this December. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. What is blocking that, or what is clarifying that? One card. The Three of Pentacles, and that's in reverse. All right, so I'm going to look at, on your right side, we're going to look at what the conscious influence is, and that's what you are aware of. It's influencing this, and you're quite aware of it, so when we talk about it, you'll know what I'm saying. Not something that's hidden. And one card for that. Okay, looks like we're getting two. So we're getting the Nine of Pentacles. And then we're getting the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. In reverse. So you have two queens on the table. Over here on your left side, we're going to look at what the unconscious influence is. So this is what you're not aware of because it's what's sitting in your shadow. It's what's coming up for healing. And so we're going to be doing some shadow work here. And if you're unfamiliar with the term shadow work or how to do it, I've left a really good video for you in my description box below. It's called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work. It's taken from my other channel called Carol Cares. It's a video all about how to face your own shadow that I've put together because I've been on my own intensive healing journey for 7.5 years to heal my own, to heal my complex trauma. So I've been working with a trauma coach, and I put that video together for you. Now, this right here that's sitting in your shadow is going to have the most impact on the situation you're sitting in. Believe it or not, I know we think it's what we're aware of, but it's actually what you're unaware of that's having the most impact on it. So we can have one card for that, for Aquarius, and what they're what's unconsciously influencing the situation right now. And you have the Six of Cups in your shadow right here. All right, at the top, we're going to look at what's needed for resolution. One card for that. What's needed for resolution for the situation that Aquarius is in right now. For some reason, these cards are usually they come out a lot smoother, but here we go. The Moon in reverse. And the Knight of Wands. And at the bottom, we're going to look for, like I tell you this whole, I'll read this part for you, and it's like, okay, like where do I begin now when I talk to you about what needs to heal and situation. And so the tarot will offer you some guidance here as to where you can begin. And then I'll also leave you with some suggestions for some playlists that are taken from my other channel, Carol Cares, and they will really focus in on what's being asked here to do. So here's your card for advice. Is the Knight of Cups. All right, so you have cups here on the table, pentacles I'm seeing, cups here, pentacles here, pentacle here, cup, and one wand. And so all the other cards are cups and pentacles, which is quite interesting here. Don't have a sword here yet. So we're going to go clarify these now. I know this has all been pre-shuffled before it came on. So let's look at this Queen of Cups here and this Three of Pentacles in reverse. A couple clarifiers here for this. Just going to put this. Three of Pentacles in reverse again, right beside each other. Whoa, okay. Both in reverse. And the Eight of the Strength card. Strength card. All right, so unconscious influence, or sorry, the conscious influence here. A couple cards, maybe, one or two cards. Queen of Swords. Here's our sword card right here. In reverse. How about this Six of Cups? Couple cards for that. The unconscious influence. The Five of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So she comes up again over here. In the conscious part and in the unconscious part. Okay, the Moon and the Knight of Wands. A couple cards here. You have the Emperor card. And I think that will be good. That's 3 cards. The Knight of Cups. A couple cards. I think that one flipped. The Chariot in reverse. And one more. Seven of Swords. Here's some swords. Great. So, in January of 2024, I did a yearly reading for you, and I pulled out 12 cards. And so for December, I pulled out the Tower card. And so that's your overriding energy for this reading. And I'm like, the Tower card? That's when I looked at it, I went, ah! But the Tower card, let's talk about what a Tower moment is in our life. And we can have quite a few of them going through our life. And these are the big moments of change that are brought on by the universe, God, creator, source, that kind of says, you know, either we've had a lot of red flags along the way where we've been kind of warned, or we kind of know we're supposed to go in a different direction, and or they just come out of the blue where it's like something happens to you and the universe takes this baseball bat literally to your head and says, you know what, it's time to make this change, or something happens to us. And it's an incredible, painful experience that we go through. And it's one of those experiences where you look back and you don't know it at the time because it's so painful, but you'll look back and you'll understand why this happened. Almost like why it had to happen, because you needed to go into a different direction. And so we'll see how that plays out here in your reading. Whether it's a Tower moment that's happened, whether it's going to happen, or we'll see how it's going to play out here. So let's start off with the card that tells us about what situation you're sitting in, and then the clarifier, what's obscuring it. So here's the Queen of Cups here. And the Queen, first of all, and you have the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Swords right here, the Queen of Pentacles over here in the unconscious. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 queens on the table. That's a lot of queen. So what is the Queen? Well, the queens in my deck are the feminine side to us. We have a feminine side and we have a masculine side. It has nothing to do with gender, and each side carries their own qualities. And the queens in particular, the feminine side, have been really repressed in all of us for years. And it, like I said, it has nothing to do with gender. But she carries with her some really significant and important qualities that we all have. And in particular, this Queen, she's the Cup. So she talks about emotions. And so she's the Queen of emotions. And the part of us that will be willing to feel all our emotions. And this Queen is not afraid to feel all of her emotions. And I think we humans are petrified, well, especially our masculine side, which is our ego self, is petrified to feel. And so she's in reverse here. And, there could be, because she's been in reverse, because she's been repressed for so long, you could be feeling some real hopelessness here. But there's these emotions that are sitting here and meant to be felt by you. And I'm seeing here that maybe you're blocking them, and then you're not willing to get into your body and feel them. And this 3 of Pentacles card comes in twice, right after this Queen of Cups here. And for me, the Queen, the 3 of Pentacles is a card, because this is a healing channel, it's all about therapy. And I know that myself, because I've been on my healing journey. I mean, we all are on a healing journey, whether or not we want to admit it. We're all trying to get back to our real self and who we are, and find out who we are. And then that involves, feeling a lot of emotions and peeling away our trauma and getting to our memories. And this particular 3 of Pentacles says, maybe it's time for you, maybe because you're having a difficult time feeling your emotions, these deeper emotions that need to be felt. Maybe it's time for you to get back into therapy, or get into therapy, or sometimes change therapists, or try a different therapy. I see this dolphin one. I love this depiction of this, because this reminds me of the dolphin therapy that you can do. It's a form of body work where these dolphins can help you heal, and you swim with them, and they come and I know they're all at your head, and really they're the ones that are they change your energy around, and they bring up these emotions for you to heal. And so maybe you're meant to go into body work. And body work has been a significant part of my own healing, whether it's Reiki or myofascial release or craniosacral. There's a lot of different healing out there that you can do. And so because there's 2 of these cards, and it's almost like, I think you're needing some help. You're needing some help to deal with these bigger emotions, or going deeper into your own therapy. And I know here's the Strength card that comes right at the end, which is interesting, right at the, right behind these 2 therapy cards here. This is the Strength card, and it's in reverse here. In an upright position, the Strength card talks about this woman who is opening up the mouth of this lion, and is not fearing at all. She has the strength to do it, and it's in reverse because there is a part of you that's absolutely petrified to open up that Pandora's box of emotions and start to feel. And I can see here that, that tells me that it's very closed. You have maybe, sworn off of therapy. You have decided, I don't want to go there. It's too painful. And I'm wondering if sometimes when we don't want to go there and we need to go there, and it's almost like there's this big push from the universe to do this healing work, and sometimes the tower moment can come in for us when there's this certain direction, things happen to us that crack us open in ways that we do not want to crack us open. And so what are you consciously aware of as far as this this pull from the universe to get you back into your body and feel these emotions? I think you're consciously aware of that. Here's the Nine of Pentacles, a beautiful card here. And I think you're very self-aware, and you're somebody that's very much become focused on, you know, you. And I think you're open to growing and focusing on you. And I think you're starting to realize that what really matters to you. This is a card, this Nine of Pentacles, that says, you know, what really matters to you. And I think this is where you're starting to go. Maybe there has been a tower moment that has made you kind of think, oh, this is where I need to go. This is what I want to focus on now. And here's the Queen of Pentacles that clarifies this card. And the Queen of Pentacles is, again, this queen. This is the queen of the body. She has the pentacle in her hand. She's holding the pentacle. And she knows exactly what it means to be grounded and how important it is to be grounded and to get back into your body. And I think you're very much aware that you need to get back into your body, that you're starting to focus on this, that you know there's like a sort of like a calling here to get back into your body. And here's the other queen, the Queen of Swords. So this is the queen that holds your authenticity, your sword, and who you are. So there's very much strong feminine energy in this reading. And maybe you're feeling a lot of hopelessness right now, because a lot of times when this part is coming up in us, it tends to, like I said, hold a lot of hopelessness because they have been repressed for so long. But there's this feminine side of you that's wanting to come out, because, you know, there's a need for you to get back into your body, because there's a need for you to move towards your authenticity and who you really are. And what's in our unconscious here that's also coming up for healing. Now these two right here are going to be very, very related. This is our outer world, and this right here is our inner world. And this outer world is going to reflect what's happening right here. And here's your Six of Cups. Here's the Six of Cups. This is my inner child card. This is these two children that are playing right here. And it's a kind of has this giving, receiving duality to it. And my Six of Cups I see as my inner child card, as well as my pages are all inner children in my deck. So you have an inner child here of the cups. And so this is very much, I like to call this one it's somebody that is a part of us that seeks the love that they never got when they were a child. There is very much a part of you right now that needs healing, that needs to be heard, that needs to be listened to, that needs to grieve. That needs to grieve because of the love that they didn't get. And that's why there's such a big part of you. There's this big calling for you to get back into your body so you can feel and hear and understand this part of you that needs to heal, that did not get the love that they had when they were younger. And right behind it is this buried shame. And often these are inner children will carry these big emotions of grief and of shame. This is my shame card. This is my unworthiness card. And it is these individuals that are walking by this church and not feeling worthy enough to go in for warmth. And it's in reverse because it's blocked. It's buried here. So you have an inner child here that is carrying so much shame here. And then right behind it is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, you have so many queens here. This was the this is the queen with the, again, that feminine side to us that was in their body. When you were a young child, you knew at about 4, 5, 6 years old, you were in your body. You were very much in your body. But when we get these big emotions come up, when we didn't get the love that we needed when we were younger, and we feel like we don't matter, we carry these big emotions like shame and grief, but we can't feel them when we're younger. And so we go up in our heads, we get out of our body. And here's this Queen of Pentacles here, buried right over here. And so you were very much as a child, I'm going to say, in a position where you had to dissociate. You had to go out of your body because you couldn't feel these big emotions. And so now when you're being asked now, because you're being asked to move towards your authenticity and who you are, you're being asked to feel some of these big emotions, like the grief, like the shame, that you need to get to. And that's why there's this big call for you to get back into therapy and get the help that you need. And it could be just you need to go deeper into some of these emotions. What's the resolution for you? Well, the first card that comes out before it's clarified by the Knight of Wands is the Moon card. The Moon card in an upright position. Card that talks about things that we're unaware of, things that haven't been revealed to us yet. And there's a block there because they haven't been revealed yet. So there are things here that I'm wondering that need to come out that you're not aware of, that maybe could be part of the Tower moment, because when we go into our bodies, go back into our bodies and start to feel some of these emotions, it's going to reveal some things to us that we didn't know. You have this Knight of Wands that's clarifying this Moon card. There is a part of you, there's a real part of you, and maybe you can feel it, that wants freedom. That wants freedom to take your life into a different direction, a new direction. And in order to do that, and maybe you're feeling it with this Nine of Pentacles here, where you're just like, I feel like there's more of an awareness on your part to commit yourself. Maybe to commit yourself to going inwards, getting back into your body, and going towards your authenticity, and really find out, what are these things I need to know about myself? Because there's this part of you that wants to go into direction, go towards your authenticity. But the resolution here is this Emperor card. This is a very, I'm going to say, a very controlling figure. He's been sitting here for a long time. I call him Mr. Emperor. He demands a lot of respect. He's the one that sits here and he's made these imaginary rules. They're called rules of society. They're called things we need to follow. And I'm wondering here if you are being controlled by maybe a situation you're in right now, maybe somebody you're with, maybe, it could be a friend, it could be an intimate partner, it could be a family member, but it also could mean what sort of rules are you still following that you learned when you were younger. So it really is a question of control and things that are you controlling you, so you're battling against this part of you. And I can see some real anxiety here coming up on your part. This part of you wants the freedom to go towards your authenticity and take you in a new direction. And then you've got this other part of you that's going, don't go there. Not allowed to go there. What are you hearing? What are you hearing? What are these rules? What are you hearing that's preventing you from going inwards? I want to pull one more card from this deck right here. I feel like I need one more piece of information. Maybe for this Emperor card to clarify it. The Magician card in reverse comes up. Powerful Major Arcana card. The Magician talks about the Master Manifestor, be able to manifest anything in our life. There is a part of you that there's something that's controlling you, that preventing you from going inwards to do this healing journey, to go deeper into your healing. But there's a Magician card that comes in here right after, and it's saying, and it's blocked right now because you don't believe this. You have all your answers. There are things that have not been revealed to you yet, but you have all your answers in you. You have everything in you to do this, to go where you need to go. And that's what the Manifestor, the Magician, is all about. You have everything in you. When I first started my healing journey 7.5 years ago, and my trauma coach told me that because I had so many answers and I wanted to know all my answers, I wanted to know everything, and I wanted to know them now, and I wanted my journey to end now, this healing journey. And she told me that I have everything in me. All my answers are in me. I can't tell you how many times my body therapist told me that I have everything in me. And I didn't want to hear that because I was so used to being controlled by someone else that I was depending on them to give me my answers all the time when I was younger, because I was controlled. I came from a very controlling environment. And so I'm wondering if that's what you are. Maybe you were in a very controlling environment, maybe still are. But you have everything in you if you go inwards in your body, right? It's not up here. Everything's in here. So what advice here does the tarot have for you to help you go inwards? Well, that you have this Knight of Cups here. Here's another Knight. You have, there's not a reading that doesn't go by without a Knight. So here's another part of you. It's your freedom fighter. It's the one that's fighting for your freedom to go towards your authenticity, your freedom to be you. And this is the Cup. Here's the one we talked about. You have an inner child here that needs healing here, that's trying to get back to that needs healing around getting that love that you didn't get when you were younger. Well, here's the Knight, the part of you that wants authentic relationships. There is a part of you that's fighting for you to have, that wants you to experience authentic relationships. And in order to do that, here's the Chariot card here. Here's the Chariot card. And the Chariot card in an upright position talks about this individual who has been controlling these sphinxes with its mind, trying to get them to go, trying to get them to move. And I don't know if you've ever tried, but to try to control something that's made of stone to get it to move, it's a bit impossible, right? And this card doesn't talk about physical movement. It talks about inward movement, going inwards. That's the movement it's talking about, because we can only control things for a certain amount of time in our heads before it's like, okay, I'm becoming aware now that I need to go inwards. But there's a real fear here to go inwards. There's a real fear to go inwards and look at, what are these things? What do I need to see here that is that has not been revealed yet? And then finally, there's the Seven of Swords. which is the Thief card. This is this individual that's running away with these swords and holding them by the points. Very dangerous. I think it's time now for you to look at what are these? These are mental thoughts. Swords are all about our mental energy and what we think about ourselves and what people told us. What sort of things have you been told that you continue to believe? With this Emperor being very controlling. What is it? I think it's this whole reading speaks about like starting to really examine what things you've been taught, how you've been controlled to believe a certain way that will not allow you to go inwards and do this journey. Like I said, maybe it takes more therapy, different therapists, or going back into therapy, but there's a real call. This entire reading is, it's time to go inwards. Here it is. It's either we're going deeper or we're going to finally, go deeper and see what's going on here. Because I don't know if this Tower moment is one that says maybe a Tower moment has happened to you and it's causing you to go deeper now. It's making you go inwards. But there's a bit of a struggle here for you to take this step. But you have the awareness and you know it's needed. And so I'm going to give you, I think I want to give you a playlist on grounding, because I think it's really important for you to learn how to ground yourself to get back into your body. And so you can start to do some real healing and what's needed. So I want you to have compassion for yourself, Aquarius, for what you're working through. This is a incredibly difficult journey. If you're on your own healing journey and you're aware of it, you know it's hard, but it's the most important journey of your life. So I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.